Well, it's time now for our health report, and joining us now is Africa 54 health correspondent Linord Moudou. Hello, Linord.
Hello, Vincent. The U.S. health officials say infections of the cancer-causing human papillomavirus, or HPV, has dropped by 64% among teenage girls and young women since a vaccine became available a decade ago. Researchers from the Center for Disease Control and Prevention used data from the U.S. National Health and Nutrition Examination Service to compare rates of HPV infection pre- and post-2006 when the vaccine was made available. Among girls aged 14 to 19, the infection rate dropped from 11.5% in 2003 to 2006 to 4.3% from 2009 to 2012. Similar rates of reduction were seen in women aged 20 to 24, showing a drop from 18.5% to just above 12%. HPV has been known to cause cervical cancer as well as cancer of the head and neck. In another research, scientists say women who inserted a vaginal ring coated with an anti-AIDS drug once a month were partially protected against HIV infection. The Aspire HIV protection study looked at whether a silicone vaginal ring that continuously released the drug depavirine could protect against HIV infection. The ring was replaced every 4 weeks. Starting in 2012, the study enrolled 2,600 women aged 18 to 45 years who did not have HIV, but who were at high risk for HIV infection. Data collection continued until September 2015. One group of women received a ring containing 25 milligrams of depavirine, and a control group received a placebo ring containing no medication. Participants and their partners also received a package of HIV prevention services at each study. The risk of HIV infection was 27% lower overall among women using the ring, and it was 61% lower among women aged 25 years and over. The ring offered little or no protection to women under 21. The large clinical trial involved 15 sites in Malawi, South Africa, Uganda, and Zimbabwe. The Aspire study was conducted simultaneously with another one, the Ring study. Both studies were presented Monday in Boston at the annual conference on retroviruses and opportunistic infections. Joining us now by phone from Boston, Massachusetts, is Dr. Thesla Palanee-Phillips, Aspire Study Protocol Co-Chair and the Director of Network Trials with Wits Reproductive Health and HIV Institute in Johannesburg, South Africa. Dr. Palanee-Phillips, welcome to Africa 54.
Thank you very much.
First of all, what do you make of these results in terms of the efficacy of this ring?
This is an incredibly important step forward in HIV prevention. Aspire and the Ring study each found, as you've mentioned, that the monthly depavirine ring can safely help protect women against HIV infection. Now, both studies showed statistically significant efficacy for the ring, and in Aspire, we reduced the risk of HIV infection by 27% overall. By this, we mean there were 27% fewer women who acquired HIV in the group assigned to the depavirine ring, and in the group assigned to the placebo ring. And more importantly, our sister study, the Ring study, there was a reduction by 31%. Now, women between the ages of 18 and 45 were included in the trials. In Aspire, we showed a greater level of protection for women over 21, where we had 56% reduction. And this was supported by a trend in the Ring study, exhibiting more protection in women in that age group at 37%. Now, it's critically important for us to understand that given the high incidence rates in both our studies across all age groups and the lack of different and practical options currently available to women globally, we feel that our results can be a game changer for HIV women prevention.
Now, how did you ensure the safety of the participant, especially the group that received the placebo product which did not have any treatment?
So it's critical to understand that these are randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled trials. And what we mean here is that, people in the placebo group are treated the same as people in the active group. So in order to do this, we do not disclose who is in which arm of the study. So whatever happened in the women that were assigned the placebo happened in the same way for the women that were given the active drug. And neither the study staff nor study participants knew which arm they were allocated to. In terms of the standard of care package that we provided to people, they all got HIV testing, counseling, treatment for sexually transmitted infections, and the provision of male condoms, regardless of the study arm. We also offered male partners who were willing to come into our clinical trial sites free HIV testing and STI treatment, or referrals for care to local services so that we could optimize the number of people that actually got treated within the trial.
And quickly, Dr. Thesla, what's next with the ring then?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
What's next for this study, given that phase 3 is very advanced in terms of testing and researching for treatment or drugs?
Oh, great. So to potentially get the ring into women's hands, we must first seek approval for its public use by global and national regulatory authorities, who review a comprehensive dossier of scientific evidence to make their determination. The International Partnerships for Microbicides, the IPM, who's the regulatory sponsor of the ring, plans to seek regulatory approval for the dipivirine ring's licensure based on the results of these 2 large trials. And so we're hopeful that in the near future, this ring will be licensed. In the interim, people that were taking part in these 2 trials, we're undergoing some regulatory approvals to give them access to the active dipivirine ring in the form of what we call open-label extension studies.
Okay, Dr. Thesla, thank you so much for joining us today. And that was Thesla Palanee-Phillips, she is the Aspire Study Protocol co-chair. That's our Africa 54 health report for today, Vincent.
Well, thank you very much. Now be sure to watch Linord Moudou's health reports every Tuesday and Thursday right here on Africa 54.